Hey Forkers, do you have no idea what to put in your pantry? Come back and I'll help you figure it out. So we just did a big grocery shop. We are now trying to only go to the grocery store every 2 weeks if we can do it. So we load up. Now, living a whole food plant-based lifestyle, it's not that hard to do that to some degree. The hardest thing is produce, and I'll do that in another video. But in terms of pantry, I mean, these are your shelf staples. So I'm going to walk you through the various pantries in our house. We have a couple because we keep a lot of stuff. And we're lucky to have a kitchen that's got a decent amount of storage space. And I'll show you the kind of stuff that we just have kicking around that we can make meals and snacks and stuff out of. So first we're going to look in this pantry. This is where we keep a lot of fruits and nuts and whatnot. Let's just take a quick look through here. We've got cashews. We use these for like creams. We'll put them on cereal. We'll put them into muffins and whatnot. But we'll often make cream sauces out of this, like cashew cream, bechamel sauces. It's really great for that. It's a really nice neutral nut, so it's a good all-purpose. We get this at Costco because it's a lot cheaper, and we buy it raw. That way, if we want to roast it, we can. But if we just want it for a sauce or something, it's good that way too. If you're making a sauce with it, you got to soak it. Nutritional yeast, we get that from the bulk store. This makes stuff super cheesy and nutty. If you're not eating dairy products, it's really good for that. We got some honey in there. I know that's not vegan. I never said I was vegan. We're whole food plant-based. And in our world, honey is okay from time to time. I have this seed spice salad topper that I made. It's basically a blend of sesame seeds and nutritional yeast and other spices that will, and also sunflower seeds. There's just seeds and stuff, and then we'll just kind of use that and put that on top of a salad for a really quick little topper. That's nice. We got almonds, goji berries, pumpkin seeds, cranberries, sesame seeds, peanuts, figs. These are some, every now and then I will candy some pecans. So these are nice candied pecans. The recipe is on the website for this. It's just maple syrup and chili powder. You can make this in like 10 minutes. And we'll keep that in that. And that's something we'll chop up and put into salads as well. Brazil nuts, pistachios, figs, dates, lots of stuff. Up here on the top shelf, I've got more grains. I've got some barley, some rye. I'll often make a brole breakfast mixture out of that stuff, which is like barley, rye, oats, and lentils. And I make almost like an oatmeal from that. I'll make a ton of it. I've got PB2. It's like a peanut butter powder, so it's like peanut butter without all the fat. It's good for smoothies. It's not great on its own. You do miss the fatty flavor. Various protein powders that I use. This is a Canadian company I like, Hempia. This one I got at Costco. They use monk fruit to sweeten it. It's pretty good. So we keep this pretty stocked up. So when it comes to baking, I got everything I need. I use it for granolas, muffins, breakfasts. So this is our baking pantry. So we've got pure vanilla extract in here, baking powder, baking soda, 2 different kinds of cocoa. Why is that? One is alkaline, one is not. So one is good for baking with, because it's got, potassium carbonate in it, which is something you need for baking. It's an acid, so it reacts differently. We got chocolate chips, and my wife is gluten-free, so most of our baking and cooking if it calls for flour, we use gluten-free flour. So we have a shit ton of just different flours. So we have an all-purpose 1-to-1. We got tapioca. I got a bunch of oats down here. I didn't show you the oats, but we have tons of oats. We always have tons of oats because we make quick oat flour using the blender. That's all you got to do if you need oat flour. Just put it in a blender. We got coconut oil. We don't use that very often, but if we do need to use any oil, we use that sometimes for greasing a pan if we absolutely need to, but we really don't cook with oil or put it in baking at all. I'll use, I have a whole video and a whole article on do you need oil, so check that out. I'll put it in the link below. Coconut sugar, yeah, lots of stuff in here for our baking needs. And again, we try to buy the stuff in bulk as much as we can. That's why it's in these glass jars. And that way, whenever we need something, we got it. It's pretty rare that I want to bake something and I can't just do it on the fly, because usually we have all of those kind of staples just here. So we have a little bit of extra pantry storage down in here, where we keep extra things that we have other places. We got lots of brown rice pasta in here. We've got extra chia seeds, extra flax seeds. We usually keep those in the fridge for the ones we're actively using because it keeps them better. We got rice, some backup cans of beans. We usually cook ours from dry, but it's nice to have some in a pinch. I have some jackfruit here. I haven't cooked with jackfruit a lot, but I'm going to practice and play with some because I have so many recipes that I want to try. A little bit of almond milk in here. We also keep, we have a separate extra pantry under our stairs, which we call the Harry Potter cupboard, which keeps kind of all the stuff we buy at Costco and whatnot. So there's lots of extra almond milk in there, extra oats, applesauce, cans of diced tomatoes, that kind of stuff. And this is where we keep all of our beans and some grains as well too. We keep rice in here. We've got, if you have a, name a kind of bean, we probably have it. We've got everything from white beans to chickpeas to pinto beans, black beans, kidney beans in here somewhere, green lentils, brown lentils, red lentils, quinoa, rice, potatoes, corn flour, cornmeal, millet, mung beans. Beans and rice, they're the staple in most countries for their food. If you have beans and rice, you got a meal that will sustain you. So these are the kind of things you can buy in bulk super, super cheap. And you can cook them on the stove, or if you have an Instant Pot, it's even easier. We almost always cook our beans. It's pretty rare that we don't. So just get into a habit of doing that. You can even batch cook them. You can cook a whole pot and then just put them into like 1 cup portions or half cup portions and freeze them, and then pull them out quickly. They'll also store in the fridge for up to 5 days to a week, that you can make quick meals out of. So I recommend highly, if you bulk up on your beans and rice, you will have meals easily for 2 weeks. Add some frozen vegetables to that and you're good to go. So that's what we keep in our various pantries here at the Forker house. So as you can see, we just did a big full shop, so our house is filled to the brim with stuff. But that's how we like it. We like to keep things topped up so that way, if need be, we can just kind of create a meal from nothing, especially lunches since we're all at home right now. We like to be able to just throw something together. So yeah, I mean, I recommend planning in advance is your biggest thing that's going to make success for you. So if you can meal plan, know exactly what you need for the week or weeks, and just have all that stuff on hand. And I recommend having a little bit extra, because you never know when you're just going to need something quick. So do what you can. Not everyone has the amount of storage space we have at our house, obviously. So, I recommend buying in bulk where you can. There's lots of ways to save money. You don't have to be a millionaire by any means to eat a whole food plant-based life. We're not. You buy in bulk, you shop cheap, you shop smart, and just plan your meals ahead and you will have a road to success. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please subscribe, share, like, comment, do all the things. Thanks, Forkers.